Hey guys, what's up? This is Dingo Crikey here with another commentary video. This time I'm going to be discussing a topic relating to Transformers 5. If you guys are interested in more news and discussion on Transformers 5, the Transformers 4 Age of Extinction toy line, or general Transformers discussion topics, then check out my playlist and channel where I also have over 20 Transformers stop motion videos, some of which are previewed here. Before I get into the topic of this video, I just want to go over some quick updates. As I mentioned in the update video that I posted on Sunday, I'm pretty much done with school up until mid-January of next year, which means that I should have a lot of time to work on activities relating to YouTube and the channel. Over the school semester, I usually did 2 commentary videos about every other week, but over break I'm definitely going to try to upload a video on Sunday and another one on Wednesday on a routine basis. Along with commentary videos, I am going to be working on new Transformers stop motion videos. There is a project that I started in the summer that I hope to progress throughout the winter. I can't give any information on release dates, but I can say that new stop motion videos will be in progress. I'm going to try to get onto YouTube much more often, reply to comments, and check the topic suggestions that you guys are giving. It's awesome to get all of the suggestions, and though I don't always get to replying to all of them, I do read most of them. If you've given a suggestion and I haven't replied to it, it's not that I'm brushing it off or trying to be a jerk. It's probably just, comes down to a problem with time. But hopefully over this winter break, I can make up for it by replying to a lot more comments and uploading more videos. With that said, the topic for this video is, will Optimus Prime die in either Transformers 5 or 6? Unfortunately, I didn't write down the name of the person who suggested the video, so I can't remember it off the top of my head, but I did want to give thanks to that person because this is obviously a pretty big topic when it comes to Transformers 5 and Transformers 6. I've touched on this topic in previous videos, especially with my Transformers 5 death predictions video, but since Optimus is such an important character, and I already did a video like this for Bumblebee, I figured this would be a good video. A lot of people have been throwing around the idea that Optimus will die in the next Transformers film. Different theories range from the idea that Nemesis Prime or Galvatron will kill him, to the idea that Optimus may be corrupted by the creators and then killed. Some of these seem to stem from simply a dislike for Optimus and his overabundance in Transformers media, but some people do seem to think it's highly probable that he could be killed to further the plot of the film or for dramatic purposes. As stated in some of my other videos, my opinion has pretty much been that there is no chance that Optimus will permanently die in Transformers 5. It might be possible that he is sort of killed and revived, but even that is very close to what we've already seen in other Transformer films, not to mention what I would say is the majority of the Transformers cartoons. I mean, it's happened so much that it's almost as iconic to his character as being a red and blue truck is. But basically, I think Optimus not dying in Transformers 5 comes down to the fact that he's simply too popular to kill off. Along with Bumblebee, Optimus definitely seems to be the most well-known and well-liked Transformers character. Yeah, Hound seems to be getting some popularity from Age of Extinction, and guys like Jazz have been popular, but, they're not near the level of popularity of these two guys. I mean, his name is pretty much commonplace in a lot of pop culture, and he's advertised on most mainstream media pertaining to Transformers. I just think that it would be really, really risky, better yet, franchise suicide, to kill off Optimus. With 2 films left to go, it's really hard to imagine Optimus being killed in Transformers 5 and being absent from number 6. I mean, people, especially a lot of younger fans, do like Bumblebee, but I really doubt he can carry a whole movie on his own. I mean, yeah, you're going to have the human characters, but on the Transformers side, I don't think Bumblebee can carry it on his own. It will be like having Gurr without Zim, or Rigby without Mordecai. Yeah, they're funny and they're great characters, but traditionally they do work better as sidekicks or supporting characters. Bumblebee really can't tell a story with beeping and bopping, and even if he did have his voice returned, he would still have that same image. Now, he is going to have a leadership role in Transformers Robots in Disguise, but it looks like he's going to be a much different character in that show than what he'd be like in the films. Quick spoiler alert for the Generation 1 series, they could replace Optimus with Rodimus like they did in that series, but we saw that worked out in the 1986 film and with Season 3 of Generation 1, and I don't think they would want to try that again, you know what I mean? But whether or not he was replaced by Rodimus, I think the majority of younger and older fans alike would be in an uproar if Optimus was to die, and that would definitely be a problem for the people making the film. I mean, these films are pretty much made for making profit and marketing, so killing Optimus would be a very bad move on their part. Once again, having Transformers 6 without Optimus is not likely to sell. I mean, yeah, you're still going to have explosions, big-name actors, and Mountain Dew in the film, but, you know, not only will you probably have less people turning out to see the movie, you're going to deliberately have people, like, going against the film and deliberately not going to see it and probably talking crap about it, you know, just because Optimus died in the previous one. I mean, maybe you could argue that Optimus would be killed for shock value or story's sake, but I don't see that happening either. True, some characters have been killed for what seems to be shock or dramatic purposes, but killing a main character just to get the audiences out of their seats, I mean, I think they'd probably just leave, you know, once they knew it was official that Optimus was dead and not just kind of a dream or something like that. As far as story value, I don't think these films are really concerned with telling a greater story that would involve Optimus's death. For one, story is less than even secondary in these films, and I don't think there would be much gained story-wise by killing Optimus. While it is possible that we might be able to see some interesting character twist, well, interesting for what the movies are going to do, but you guys know what I mean. You know, stuff like that involved in Optimus's characters, such as him meeting up with the creators and that kind of stuff. I really don't think he's going to actually die in Transformers 5. But what about Optimus being killed in Transformers 6? If there isn't going to be a third Transformers film trilogy, you know, Transformer films after 5 and 6, I do think there is a fair chance that either Optimus or Bumblebee will die at the end of Transformers 6. And between the two characters, I'm thinking that it would be Optimus to die. If the makers of the film wanted to pull off some dramatic character death at the end of the film franchise, it practically has to be one of these two characters. These are the only two characters who have consistently appeared in the Transformers live-action films. As mentioned earlier, they're definitely the most popular and notable ones. Due to the nature of Bumblebee's character, I really doubt it would be him to be killed off out of the two. He's the fun character, he's really aimed at the younger audience, and he's sort of like the R2-D2 of Transformers. It would be dramatic and shocking if he were to die, but it would also be pretty depressing and maybe not in a good way. Bumblebee is pretty much the last of Optimus's original Autobots, and he certainly is the younger character. To have him die would have a very bad feeling and almost make Optimus feel like a failure, if you know what I mean. However, Optimus feels more fitting to make some kind of big sacrifice ending his character. The effect would be big and it might give some sense of completion to the film franchise. Once again, we do see oftentimes in films, books, TV shows, etc., characters, oftentimes older characters, die shortly before the ending. Still, I think Optimus's death in any way is pretty risky, as it would have to be handled in a very glorifying and noble way, not to make the audience too depressed. However, if they were going to go through with the idea, I think it would only happen at the end of Transformers 6, and no sooner. Optimus simply has to be around for all the films. I mean, that isn't really my, personal opinion that I think I have to see Optimus to like the movies or dislike them. I mean, you guys who have watched my previous videos know that I'm always open to new ideas in Transformers and different characters being developed, new characters, all of that kind of stuff. But, you know, in a general sense, I just don't think they can kill Optimus off. I mean, if he were to die at the end of Transformers 6, though, even if that were to happen, it would have to be in some grandiose way with possibly saving, you know, all of humanity and the remaining Autobots, and, you know, he would die in doing that. So, to sum up my opinions on the matter, I do not believe there is any chance that Optimus will permanently die in Transformers 5. However, I do think I could say highly probable that he will die at the ending of Transformers 6. Anyways, you guys can leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree with my predictions for Optimus's fate in Transformers 5 and 6? Are you in complete denial that Optimus would ever die in the live-action film franchise? Or maybe you're sold on the idea that without Michael Bay, we're going to see huge changes in the Transformer films. They're going to go all Game of Thrones, and Optimus will be killed in Transformers 5 pretty much for the sake of shock value, along with any other likable or honorable characters. Anyways, leave your thoughts in the comments section below, along with any topic suggestions you might have pertaining to Transformers 5. The upcoming Robots in Disguise cartoon is also open for discussion, or even the Transformers Generations toy line. Actually, don't get too many suggestions about it, but I'm still open to it. As I said, thanks for the topic suggestions, and I will try to get to reading any suggestions you leave. That wraps it up for this video. If you haven't done so already, then you can check out my previous Transformers commentary videos along with my Transformers stop motion videos. Stay tuned for a new Transformers commentary video this Sunday. Thanks for watching, and have a good one, guys.